Tonight's World Wrap: Tensions, Talks, and Transformations. Welcome to World Wrap. From diplomatic efforts in Ukraine to political shifts in South Korea, the global landscape is in constant flux. China extends an olive branch to Latin America through new visa policies, impacting economic and cultural ties. We'll delve into a new study on our warming planet, India's stance against terrorism in Africa, and the latest diplomatic friction between Washington and Beijing. These interconnected stories weave the intricate tapestry of our shared global experience. Our commitment is to bring you these developments with the depth and clarity you deserve. Stay with us as we unpack the day's most pressing global headlines. All eyes are on Istanbul, where Russian and Ukrainian delegations engage in peace talks. Millions displaced, cities ravaged, and the human cost mounts daily. Significant gaps remain on critical issues: territorial integrity, security guarantees, and regional status. The international community hopes for a breakthrough but braces for protracted discussions. The pressure on both sides is immense, with a world desperate for an end to the bloodshed. The path to a lasting peace agreement appears fraught with obstacles. In South Korea, the political landscape remains unsettled as the nation approaches its presidential elections. December's controversial martial law declaration has become a central issue for voters. Candidates address concerns about executive overreach and the role of the military in civilian affairs. Opinion polls reflect unease and heightened scrutiny of leadership qualities. This election is about safeguarding democratic institutions. The fallout is a reminder that democratic processes can face severe tests. Beijing announces an expansion of its visa-free entry program to include 5 key Latin American nations. This move aims to boost tourism and strengthen business ties post-pandemic. The easing of travel restrictions facilitates greater exchange of goods, services, and ideas. It's a reflection of China's broader geopolitical strategy to cultivate stronger alliances. For Latin American countries, this means a boost to tourism and streamlined business processes. Questions about reciprocity and long-term implications will be part of the conversation. A new study reveals that half of the global population experienced an additional month of extreme heat last year. This escalation is linked to human-caused climate change. It's a current reality impacting billions, challenging public health systems and agriculture. An extra month of extreme heat increases risks of heat stroke and strains critical infrastructure. Vulnerable populations are disproportionately affected. The study underscores the need for aggressive action to mitigate emissions. The data demands immediate attention from policymakers and individuals. An all-party parliamentary delegation from India is in Monrovia, Liberia, as part of Operation Sindoor. This initiative reaffirms India's global stance against terrorism and support for African nations. The delegation underscores a unified national consensus on this critical issue. Discussions focus on strengthening bilateral ties and sharing counter-terrorism expertise. For India, it's an opportunity to project its soft power and contribute to peace in Africa. Operation Sindoor highlights South-South cooperation in addressing global challenges. The U.S.-China relationship faces new friction as Beijing protests remarks by U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Chinese officials accuse Hegseth of misrepresenting China's defense policies. These diplomatic exchanges signal underlying tensions and mistrust. Hegseth's comments on China's military activities in the Indo-Pacific region sparked the protest. Beijing's response underscores its sensitivity to U.S. portrayals of its ambitions. Keeping communication channels open remains paramount. South Africa anticipates a celestial spectacle due to powerful solar flares. This event could bring the aurora australis, or southern lights, to regions far from the South Pole. Stargazers and photographers are excited about this rare opportunity. The strength of the solar activity suggests an increased chance of visibility. The interaction of solar particles with Earth's magnetic field creates the aurora. It's a moment of wonder amidst the turbulent news cycle. Australia takes a significant step towards a sustainable energy future with large-scale battery storage projects. Zen Energy and Ace Power plan to bolster the stability of the national electricity grid. These batteries store excess energy and dispatch it when needed. This infrastructure is crucial for a smooth transition away from fossil fuels. The projects prevent blackouts and support clean energy uptake. It's a forward-looking investment in renewable energy reliability. Istanbul hosts the second round of peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, highlighting Turkey's diplomatic role. President Erdogan positions Turkey as a key mediator, leveraging its geopolitical position. Turkey's facilitation efforts go beyond logistics, involving personal diplomacy. Successful mediation would boost Turkey's international prestige. Navigating the interests of both nations is a tightrope walk for Ankara. Turkey's strategic concerns include Black Sea security and economic ties. China's trial policy grants visa-free entry to citizens from 5 key Latin American countries. This move targets large economies and populous nations, fostering deeper connections. The policy aims to stimulate tourism and business travel. For Latin American citizens, it means easier access to China. For China, it's an investment in soft power and strategic partnerships. The initiative is a tangible gesture to build stronger diplomatic ties. And that brings us to the close of tonight's World Wrap. From peace talks in Ukraine to political shifts in South Korea, the world presents complex challenges and opportunities. We've touched on climate change, India's efforts in Africa, and Australia's energy solutions. Each story contributes to our interconnected global community. Understanding these developments affects our lives and future. Thank you for joining me for this look at our world. Stay informed as the pace of change accelerates.